welcome back to another video. I know it's been a hot minute. I've been gone for a while, but it's because I've been so busy with so much. So I just decided to kind of take a rest until I'm ready to kind of start up again. But yeah, it's been a while, so yeah, I'm back now though. I'm back, so hopefully we can stay a bit more consistent this time. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. To be honest, it's been really hectic for me because it's just been so much happening. As we can see, I'm in a new setting, I'm in a new environment, and it's because I've moved house, and that was one of the reasons why I took so long and just took forever to set everything up and yeah, be able to just get my mind back into filming again. But also I got a new job. There's just a lot that has been happening. God has been really working in my life and just really blessing me. So that's why I've been gone for a minute, but I'm here now, and I'm here to actually talk about some of the things that I was able to achieve in 2020, as the title says. Things I've learned and things I've been able to tick off my vision board. So yeah, so that's why we're doing this video today. But before I get into the video, I would like you guys to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I know some of you guys be watching the videos and you're not subscribing. Why? You may as well subscribe. You're already here. It's gonna help me. It'll help you as well. If the video is useful for you, you're being helped. So you may as well subscribe. First things first, I want to talk about my vision board. So I don't know if any of you guys obviously know about vision board. Some of you guys will probably know about it, but I first heard about it from one of our mentors, our big sisters at our church, and we had girls group at that, and she was like, guys, if you guys don't have a vision board, you guys need to get a vision board. You need to start creating a vision board. And we didn't even know what it meant, but when we looked at hers, we saw what hers looked like, and we were like, whoa, this is so cool. And all of this is pretty much everything that you see, everything that you ever picture in your mind, in your heart, whatever you ever want to be in the future, you pretty much just cut out pictures from magazines. You can print them out from the internet. You can get them from wherever you want. You can make it as creative as you want and just stick them all onto a canvas. And then yeah, you put it where look at it a lot. So if you have a little office, a study area, you just chuck it there, so then that way you're constantly looking at it. I'm going to show you guys mine. It's not the greatest. I want to make another one, but it's pretty all right. It's just pretty much generally everything that I want to achieve in life. Just anything that I want to achieve in life. I don't even know if you can see it properly. Let's see how close. No, it's not very good. But anyways, it's quiet. Anyways, so there's just a bunch of things on there, to do with work, to do with skincare, exercise, hair care, travel. This was before I got married too. So marriage, having a house, a nice kitchen. So yeah, everything, literally everything that I have ever desired, and anything that has ever crossed my mind, or I've ever felt oh, I want to have this, I want to have this, I want to do this, I want to do that in the future. I put it all on my vision board, and I think it's such an amazing idea because it's just pretty much it's just pictures of things that you want to see in the future, but it's beautiful because you're constantly looking at it, so you remind yourself oh, I still have to do that. I still haven't done that yet. I still want to do that. It's a bit like a bucket list, but I feel the vision board is, it's especially if you're someone that's very visual and very you're a visual learner and you like to look at things and touch things. It really helps you it makes it a bit more tangible, and you feel okay, I still have to do that. I want to do that still, But anyway, so that's my vision board, and 2020, I was able to tick off some of the things on my vision board, and that got me so excited and so happy because I actually didn't know how long it was going to take for me to do these things, because I actually, to be honest, I was just oh yeah, I'm going to put them there because I want them, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. And the first thing that I did in 2020 is I wrote out my goals, specifically the things that I wanted to achieve. So last year I said, literally, if you guys look at my handbook, I'm not gonna bring it because you probably won't see it properly, but anyways, I said have our house, literally build our house. And then also, what was the other thing I said? Just have to do with relationships, And then the other specific thing that I said, I was like, by the end of this year, I want to be working at one of the best hospitals in Perth. And it's very hard. Like if you guys know about what I do, you know that I'm a registered nurse. So if you guys know about the profession, like it's not always easy to get into hospitals. It's a bit easier to get into other areas, but hospitals are always a struggle. So I wrote that goal down, but I was obviously like, oh, you know what, look, at the end of the day, it's been 3 years, I've been praying, I've been waiting, nothing's happened, but I'm gonna write the goal down. Because I was watching one of the inspirational people that I always watch, and she said, if you don't write the goal down, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So you have to write it down. So I wrote all those things down. So that was the first thing I did. I wrote out all the goals that I want to achieve. So the things like specifically, I want to be able to do this by the end of this year. I want this by the end of this year. I want this by the end of this year. And so there's actually a verse in Habakkuk, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2, which says, you know, write down the vision and make it clear. In other translations, it says, write down the revelation, make it clear. Whoever reads it will run with it. And the person that I was listening to was saying, you know, when you write it down, you constantly read it and you constantly like, okay, I want to do this, I still got to do this, I still got to do this, I still want to do it, you know? So that's why it's important that we write down the vision, we write down what our desire is, what we've been seeing, what we've been seeking in our hearts, things we want to achieve, we write it down, you know? And so I did that. That was the number one thing that I did, write down the vision. And then second thing that I did was pray about the vision, like literally pray about the vision. And I'm telling you guys, like, the amount of times I prayed for the things that I wanted to achieve in 2020 was actually a bit much. But at the end of the day, if you really, really want something, you really, you have to be persistent. And it's hard. Like some of the things you be persistent for a very long time. You have to endure in your prayers for a very, very long time. But at the end of the day, it's for your own benefit, you know. I had to pray about the job that I wanted. I had to pray about our house and the process. I had to pray about every little step, everything that I wanted and how we were going to achieve it, even financially, saving up for it. I had to pray about it all, like constantly. And the last thing that I did was I had to be grateful. I really had to be grateful. Being grateful and being thankful attracts blessings, attracts favor, attracts good things in your life. But if you're complaining constantly, all you do is you're complaining, oh, I haven't even got it yet, or why haven't I got it, or like, God, it's been years, it's been this, all you're doing is complaining. That doesn't attract anything. And the funny thing is, the Israelites in the Bible, where it says that, you know, the Israelites were complaining the whole time they were complaining, even though God already took them from the suffering that they were going through, they were still complaining, constantly complaining. And, you know, they ended up just doing rounds and not getting to their destination because they just was constantly complaining. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to complain because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. Those times where I was complaining, I was like, for how long am I going to be praying for this thing? For how long? You know, this is specifically more for the job because it had just been for like really long. Like God knew my heart, how long I'd been praying for, like literally almost 3 years. But at the end of the day, that was for a reason. And I realized that later on, you know, during the time, you don't think about these things, you don't think about the lessons and the reasons as to why you're going through the things that you go through, you know. But anyway, so basically, I decided to be grateful, to start thanking God for everything that I had. Because to be honest, the job that I had was actually amazing. It was actually a really, really good job. Like, it was so chilled. I was learning so much, even though, you know, not every job has their negatives, but most of it was actually really good. And so I started saying, you know what, God, thank you for this job that I have. I'm actually really grateful that it's not stressful, that I'm learning, that the patients are good, that there's so much good things about this job. I'm actually going to be, you know, thanking you for the good things about this job. And as soon as I started doing that, I'm telling you guys, like the kind of responses I started getting, all of a sudden, different job opportunities coming up, people calling me, saying, oh, you know, there's been a spot. And because obviously with COVID as well last year, like there was a lot more opportunities, especially like hospital-wise and with health, because obviously like, you know, frontline workers and everything. So a lot more opportunities were available. And although there were so many available, and actually my hours were increased at the job I was at. And so I was actually that busy that I couldn't even apply much. So I was only applying every now and then. to different jobs that I wanted. But as soon as I applied to this one, you know, all of a sudden I got like, and that was, I remember this day so well, because that was a day where I got the email, because I started like intentionally saying, God, thank you for these good things that I literally have right now. I actually thank you. And that was that same day that I got an email saying, you know, like your application is being considered. We're looking at it at the moment, but we'll let you know, once we've looked through it, if you are like eligible for an interview or whatever it said. But bro, that day I was like, God, from now on, help me to not complain about anything, like to actually be grateful, because I realized how crazy just being grateful, just saying thank you and intentionally meaning it in your heart and just saying thank you. Like, thank you, God, for what I actually have. Like, how it just pours out blessings. And it wasn't only that specific like email itself, but it was actually like the week after, I was getting calls for different opportunities. Like, oh, this opportunity is here now. Oh, they're looking for work is here. Blah blah blah. But I was like, I don't want those ones. That's not what I want. I want the specific one, because now you have your goals set. You have the vision. You know what you want, right? So you can't just settle for less. You can't settle for the things that you were not praying for, right? But anyway, so that was the third thing that I did. I literally started being grateful, and I'm telling you guys, that really literally changed the whole course of my application and jobs and everything. And guys, when I tell you the reason why I've been gone for a minute is because I've been trying to like adapt to the new job in one of the best hospitals in Perth. And I've been trying to like set up my house and just get it all the way I wanted. It's not really there yet, but I'm gonna set it all up nicely. But all the goals that I achieved, guys, on my vision board was because of these things that I've been doing. I wrote down the vision, I prayed about the vision. But another thing I didn't actually add, to be honest, was that I actually had to work hard, like applying as well, spending hours and hours writing out my applications. And these applications, they're so long, bro. Writing out my applications and actually like properly taking time and effort to search up information when I needed to. Even though I was so busy with so much, with like heavy shifts, like full-on shifts, I still forced it. I forced writing out my application. I forced like editing it. I would spend I'll go to bed late, because I was like, I need to achieve this vision. This vision must be achieved this year, But yeah, guys, honestly, I was able to achieve it all. But literally, like I said before, like I was listing, writing down the vision, praying about the vision, and then being grateful and thanking God for what I already have, instead of complaining about why I haven't still got what I want, And I think those three things were key things that really helped me achieve some of my goals and some of the things on my vision board. And so I think I'm definitely going to be taking it to my 2021, and I hope you guys use it as well. I don't know if you guys already have vision boards, if you have things that you want to achieve. I don't know, where you're at the moment, what your goals are like. But make a vision board, guys. Honestly, it's so useful. It just sits there and it's fun as well. Like, it's kind of like, like arts and crafts when you used to do it in school. It's fun. Like, make it as creative as possible and make it beautiful if you don't already have one. And then write down your goals, write down your visions, and begin to achieve them. Because guys, 2021 doesn't have to go however the world wants it to go. It can go however God wants it to go, because God always has a plan and a vision for us. Many other plans in a man's heart in this world, many other plans that this world might want for its people, for its society, but at the end of the day, only God's vision in our lives prevails. So we need to make sure we write out our visions clearly. We need to make sure we know what we want to do with our lives. We know how we want to achieve the things we want to achieve, so that by the time the end of the year comes, if you don't achieve some things, it's all right, moving on to the next. But things will happen, things will be achieved when you pray and when you work hard to achieve those things that will actually be achieved. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it was useful for you guys. I hope I can do these things more regularly, because now things are a bit hectic, it's a bit busier now. But I try to get one, I try to get a video every now and then at least. I don't know if it's gonna be weekly anymore, but I'll try my best. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, like we talked about it at the start, guys. If you're going to watch the videos, you may as well subscribe. Alright, but yeah, guys, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in another video.